Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Human Resource Management, important topic job analysis. Job analysis is divided into two parts. Our main components of job analysis is one is job description, the other one is job specification. Job description we have already seen in the last class. Now today we'll see job specification. What is job description is saying? Mainly the employee's roles and responsibilities, duties, what he is going to do, when he is going to do, and what is the outcome of his work. That is job description. Now, job specification. Job specification, this is going to discuss about the personal attribute, personal qualifications and experience, skills, abilities of employees to the required job. Their roles and responsibilities of the job we have discussed. Now here we are going to discuss about the employees qualification, experience, abilities, skills, communication skills and other skills which are useful for this job, which is useful and where he can fit for that particular job. That is job specification. Very important topic and easy to understand. Now just understand through two lines what is job specification. Job specification is a statement consisting of the minimum level qualifications. What is the minimum level qualifications you are expecting? BCom or MCom, MBA or CA. What are you expecting? Minimum level qualification and skills. Along with that qualification, some skills we are expecting. What are those skills and talents, physical abilities, physically whether he is fit or not. If we recruit any employee who is not fit physically, later you have to repent. That is why you have to see the physical abilities also, and also experience if he does have any experience. So that also we consider it. All these things together we can say it as a job specification. Job specification also considers few more things. That is, it specifies the physical, psychological, personal, social and behavioral characteristics of job holder. Not only these things, we also focus on the few things. Physically he must be fit, psychologically he must be fit, whether he is having a social skills or not, and also behavior skills. All these things we can find out through a personal interaction with the employee. Okay, qualification is good and he is fit for the job description what we have mentioned already, and he is fit for that. But at the same time we are going to consider all this second point. So all these things also we are going to consider, we are going to observe whether he is fit for the job or not. So that is possible through the personal interaction, and also there is a test we can conduct through the interaction. Okay, psychotheoretical test. That test also useful for attaining or to come to know the nature and skills of the employee. So this is about job specification. Now what contains in the job specification? That is contents of job specification. Mainly 10 points. One thing is very easy to remember. In general also you can think and say. So job specification, mainly we need education, what is his education, and whether he is having any experience, how much experience he is having, education, experience, training, he already trained or do we have to train. So related to the training aspects also need to confirm, judgment and also initiative, whether he is active, whether he can take initiation by himself or not, or especially waiting for the orders. Somebody gives something so that I'll work. Till that period I take rest because not assigned to me. This could be his attitude. That is why initiative also we'll see. And also creativity, very important, because routine job anyone can do. When organization is under any trouble, any crisis, so innovative ideas which are required. So whether he is having that creativity and innovative ideas or not, that also we can consider here. And also physical abilities, whether physically he is fit or not, having any health problems, later he is going to give a complaint, then all our training and wasting of time and also spending money on him, investment is everything is waste. So that is why check out in the beginning itself only physically fit or not, physical abilities and responsibilities, whether he can do the work or not, his responsibility status, whether he is responsible or not, and his communication skills, how better he can communicate, his communication skills are understandable or not, any problem arises, so that also you consider. Then after that, emotional characteristics, if any problem arises, how does he act, that is we can consider through emotional characteristics, emotionally how much he is fit. Okay, give an example and also give him a practical, any case you can give it, through that you will come to know how he is going to act. So all these things also we consider under the job specification. Now what are the advantages of job specification? Mainly 7 advantages are there, 8 advantages are there. First one is that it helps in personal planning. Personal planning means we have, suppose say 10 employees in a department. So these 10 employees, these 10 employees personally you can observe, that is personal planning. Okay, if 100 employees, there are 100 employees also you can observe, because we have mentioned very clearly in the job specification what is required, what are the things we are looking forward. Okay, and the second thing is that it facilitates performance appraisal of employees. In job specification, what is required, everything is we have mentioned. According to that, after completion of every year, employee, not employer, employee has to fill performance appraisal, means what he has done throughout the year. Throughout the year, whatever he has done, he'll be mentioning all his nature of job and his achievements, roles and everything. And at the same time, you have to consider the job specification, whether it is matching or not. So that is why when we consider about the performance appraisal, this job specification is useful. This is what we are talking in the second point. Third point is that it helps in hiring new employees. We want new recruitments. So what we want, mention it very clearly. These things we are expecting. So prepare this job specification for that new employees. It could be definitely useful for them, and also useful in training and development, T&D, training and development of employees. If we know that qualification, experience, something, some parameters we kept it. If the new recruited employees are not reaching up to the mark, then what to do? We have to plan for the training and development. How much training is required, and where we can give the training, what we can spend for this training session, means cost, budget and everything. Then who could train them, where we can get the good result. So everything comes under the training and development of employees. Next, useful in job evaluation and also compensation. Job evaluation topic we are going to talk in the next session. So when we talk about job evaluation, this is definitely helpful, means describing about the entire job and work. And compensation, salary. Compensation means nothing but the benefits directly the employee is getting from the company for his nature of job. That is compensation. Compensation also based on the job specification, you can decide. Qualifications are this, activities are this, so and so. For all these things, what is the compensation? We can fix it. Through this, you can decide. And it helps in maintaining employee discipline. Employee discipline also possible, because we have considered not only the qualification, experience, talent, we have also considered the other aspects like what we have discussed: physical, psychological, personal, social, behavioral skills. All these things we have discussed. All these things we have observed, then recruited the employees. In such case, definitely there is a possibility of maintaining a good discipline through this. And also it is useful for work scheduling. Work also you can decide it very clearly, because we know what we want and what the employee is having. Both we can match and we can fix very clearly what is the work to be assigned to him according to his nature of job, that is according to job description. and according to the qualification and everything like job specification. Both together we can decide about this work scheduling. And lastly, it facilitates health and safety of employees. We know everything about this job specification. According to that, we are going to assign the job to the employee, not beyond the expectations. So when we prepare everything clearly like this and when we recruit the employees, that job would be definitely safe. And we observed everything, we discussed everything. So that is why we can say it facilitates health and safety of employees. These are the advantages. Steps how to prepare this job specification. Simple 3 steps are there. In the last class we have discussed many steps, 4 steps, but here simple 3 steps. So steps involved in writing job specification. First step is that the specifications which are necessary for trained and untrained employees. Here we are going to categorize employees into 2 ways. One is trained, untrained employees. What are the specifications are necessary to the trained employees and what are the necessary things required for the untrained employees? Both we have to plan it at the first stage only. The initial stage, identify both and what is required to them, trained or untrained. Then after that, we'll go for the second step. Second step is job specifications are done on the basis of judgment. On the basis of judgment. Who will give the judgment? Who will decide? Most of the time company top management and also that particular department heads or qualified heads, expertised heads, these people are going to decide. Okay, the second step, this job specification is going to decide by the judgment, basis on the judgment. And third thing, finally job specification is done on the basis of statistical analysis. Statistical analysis means we'll be doing some small survey like nature of the job, company environment, what kind of employees are required, department wise, work wise, all these things will decide. This will come to know through a statistical analysis, statistical survey. Once if it is done, then finally you can decide about the job specification. Simple 3 steps. Able to remember? Take a screenshot. So hope it is clear. Job analysis major 2 components, job description and job specification. Okay, job description we spoke in the last class. Today job specification we have completed. So completed job analysis entire chapter. Stay connected for more videos and also check out the playlist and don't forget to share these videos. Have a bright career. Good luck.